Hi guys, Roddy here. So for this video here, we'll be taking a look at YORANA, which is Kamaitachi. It's a Japanese Esper, right? And then this Esper here, on paper, is very good. I tested her in game. It's actually doing decent job at R0, alright? R0 is a decent job, but the moment she goes R6 is a total different thing. Right, so what she's gonna bring into the current meta now is basically making the stealth team a lot more solid. Okay, because now we take a look here at the divinity here, the D3. All allies in stealth mode will have 15% less damage. This is actually pretty good, especially for those Esper who want to go into stealth, because you are very afraid of AoE, and usually the Esper that goes into stealth mode are usually very squishy. For example, like Iki, Tetsuya, Intisa, Xiaoyin, Elaine, all these kind of Esper that can go into stealth mode. With this 15% less damage, it will actually benefit in a way. Alright, then this is the Divinity art itself. It's actually pretty cute. I prefer the Divinity art outfit than this one, though, to be honest. Like, I don't no idea like why you want to wear the green color thing while you can actually wear this kind of design. Is a lot more better. Okay, then in terms of rival rune here, is going for Ocean Wave and Avatara. Avatara here will help because she will actually does most of the damage from the S1. Then Ocean Wave here also helps because of the S3 will actually provides buff for your team. And then it's a capital leader buff of 30% of attack. And then the S1 here, after the ascension, you're gonna do S1. It's a multi-hit damage, it's a 3-hit, and then based on YORANA max HP. So you're gonna make her high HP to actually do more damage and also provide protection for the team, and then also inflict seer. Then there's a passive here after a followed teammate takes action outside their turn. So I did test this, right? In terms of take action, so let's say Iki, for example. If Iki does something from the 4 stack, 8 stack, and 12 stack, because after every 4 stack of Iki will do something, right, in action, then YORANA will actually do this pursuit attack. But then if Iki actually triggered a passive damage whenever the enemy take action, they will take damage, right? That kind of thing is not considered as action because Iki doesn't do anything, right? Iki just proc the passive, but Iki is not taking action at all. So the action here, you need that Esper to actually take something, to do something, then it will only trigger the passive attack here. Right, then she will launch a pursuit attack of Tail Slash with the S1 on the enemy with the lowest HP percentage. So if we take a look at Iki here, so Iki passive, we take a look here, Iki passive is very long, right? So every 4 stack, then you'll trigger something. So the first one is going to be Flicker Moon, the one that reduces everyone's AP. Then after that will be 8 stack will be Lunatic, that reduces the enemy max HP capacity. And 12 stack will be the Pill Fire Snatchers that does damage. So every 4 stack, when you're doing something which is like skill wise, then you are able to trigger YORANA's pursuit attack. Then for the other stealth Esper, they can only trigger her pursuit attack through Avatara or pursuit or assist. This kind of method, which is like forcing them to take action, then they only can do action, because most of the other stealth Esper, there's no other additional turn outside of their turn damage, right? Because they have to actually take their active turn. For example, Tetsuya will only do damage when Tetsuya actually have his turn. Then for passive here, at the start of the combat, we'll only follow the teammate who is in stealth mode and also the highest attack. So if your team there's no stealth Esper at all, she won't follow anyone. Okay, she'll just be a useless Esper standing there. So in order to use her, you need a stealth Esper in the team. And that stealth, if there's 2 stealth Esper, then it will follow the highest attacker one. Then she herself will gain Eclipser. This Eclipser only gives for herself. Then she will go into stealth mode and then increase the damage deal by the followed teammate by 5%. If your skill it up, will become 25%. So this one here will buff your teammate 25% damage output, which is good. And then the stealth is only giving herself. Okay, she's not going to make the non-stealth Esper become a stealth Esper. She will just make herself into a stealth Esper while following a stealth teammate. Okay, so this is actually a very good combination with like Tetsuya or all those things, because this additional damage increase will actually help them. Right, then Eclipser is removed when the follow teammate dies. So let's say you follow Tetsuya die, then she no longer have the stealth mode. Then if there's no teammate to follow before YORANA turns begin, select a new teammate to follow, but the condition is still going to be the same. It's still going to be back into stealth mode and the highest attack. So in terms of the passive here, the only benefit here will be actually like let's say Tetsuya will actually benefit a lot with the 25% damage increase, or as per like Elaine will also benefit a lot. Then in terms of Iki, right, won't benefit a lot, will still benefit, just and not that much, because Iki damage is like slowly chip their HP off instead of burst damage, so it does help but not too much in my opinion. Then for the S3 here, random remove 1 debuff from a random ally 5 times, basically 5 procs of remove debuff. And then this T break buff of 2 stack, right, can only give the Esper who is on stealth mode. So if that Esper is not on stealth mode, there's no benefit for them, because if you're not in stealth mode, you won't get a T break. And then extend their buff duration by 1 turn, and then attack everyone, attack all enemy, and then deals 8% of YORANA max HP, then inflict attack down and crit rate down, basically makes your team a lot more tankier. And then if you skill it up, it will become a 3-turn cooldown. So what the T break does is undispellable. Each stack reduce the chance of taking critical hit by 30%, so you can apply 2 stack, so it will help you block 60% of critical hit. It makes your overall stealth Esper a lot more tankier. And then if you're affected by dispel effect like steal your buff, AP down, or then it will consume 1 stack of T break to actually help you block that effect. So it's actually a pretty good buff, but only applies to the Esper who is in stealth. So you can't really play her outside in a stealth mode, because you only benefit to the stealth Esper mostly. Like Divinity here benefit the stealth Esper, then the T break buff here only benefit the stealth Esper, passive here only follow the stealth Esper and only buff the stealth Esper, and the S1 here have to be followed with a stealth Esper. So everything in her kit is just a supporter that basically or mainly only pair with stealth Esper. So at R0, you only can, in my opinion, at R0 you can only follow Tetsuya or probably Iki, but the value is actually pretty low. Like 25 damage increase, like it's good, but why not I just put a Meta Ollie there when I actually get a revive kit, and then also increase the enemy damage taken, right? So on paper I don't really like her at R0. It looks pretty niche, but then if we take a look at Rezo, she's actually pretty good. So at Rezo 2 here, after you casting the ability of Tail Slash, you dispel 1 debuff from the followed teammate and heal 20% of YORANA max HP. So in terms of just supporting them by doing S1 damage and then providing you additional damage increase and also the T break, now when you go to R2, she also help you dispel and also heal specifically for that follow teammate. So it's actually also pretty good for Tetsuya to actually have another second heal to protect him, and then also pretty good for Iki. Okay, but Iki is not actually afraid because Iki have invincibility, so I would say the R2 actually benefit more to Tetsuya. But then at R4, increase the T break stack to 4 stacks, so you actually get the stack a lot more easier. So overall your stealth Esper is a lot more tankier now, because you're rarely gonna get crit now, because if 4 stack, right, you're gonna reduce the critical chance by 120%. Basically imagine that you have AoE Chuyao for your whole team, the stealth Esper, right? So R4 here makes your stealth Esper a lot more tankier, so they don't get killed easily. And then the most important Rezo, in my opinion, it will be R6. R6 here is crazily good. Okay, when the follow teammate deals damage, this part here is actually the best Rezo to actually make Iki damage a lot more higher. Alright, so when the follow teammate deals damage, no matter what kind of method, as long as you're doing damage, you know, no matter you are through passive, no matter you are through assist or pursuit or counter attack, as long as you're doing damage, she will help you do additional true damage, and the true damage is based on 12% of YORANA max HP. So this is a max HP scaling, and imagine YORANA is gonna build with very high HP, because you're gonna build her very high HP because everything here is max HP scaling, and then this is a 12% max HP scaling, and then inflict is the true damage. Alright, so imagine now Iki in your team, you pair with YORANA, and then every time enemy takes their turn, they will take the damage by Iki's passive and then apply additional true damage of 12% max HP to them. It is very good, and basically R6 here will be the best pairing Esper in the game to pair with Iki. Okay, then imagine you have R6, right? Then your Iki here will do additional true damage based on YORANA max HP, and then you get some reduce the critical hit chance, and don't also have effect to nullify all these things, because this is actually pretty good for Iki as well, because you will nullify the dispelling effect, so Iki invincibility will always remain on Iki, and also stealing effect, so your Iki here won't worry about the invincibility getting steal. So this T break here benefits a lot. And then the R2 here makes your Iki able to heal and also dispel one debuff. So with the moment you reach R6 for YORANA, is the best pair with Iki combination. I'll make another showcase for that, because in the PTS server here I only have R0 at the moment, but then at R6 is already very strong. Okay, I already watched the Taiwan content creator, he R6, his YORANA in the PTS server is actually doing very strong with Iki. So at R0 here, not too much of game-changing thing, not something too amazing, but it's still something good to pair with the Stealth Esper. So now I will show you some combination and how she works in game, so you can actually get an idea. Alright, let's take this for example, right? So let's say I only put YORANA here, like without any other teammate, and then I will take the turn, and then there's no teammate, right? Then she won't do anything. She won't apply the passive to follow a teammate, because there's no teammate, so you can only take a turn and basically just do like the S3, S1, but basically bring no value. Even rare Esper is better at that point. See, nothing happened, and then you can just like cast S3, do some damage, but basically that's it, right? But then if you put a Stealth Esper with her together, then she will follow the Stealth Esper. So let's say I'm gonna put Tetsuya here. So put Tetsuya here. So at the start of the combat, then she will instantly went to the Tetsuya place, and then she will get the buff. Okay, she will get this Eclipser buff, but then you will notice that she's not at stealth mode now, because two of the Esper now is considered as stealth Esper, so they can't, like, you can't all the unit become stealth, right? So let's say I put another like Tyrael here, right? Then she will go into stealth mode. She went to stealth mode, and then you have one Esper here, and then Tetsuya is also in stealth mode. Then now everything you do damage here will actually do additional damage, and then will only apply the pursuit when you actually do a damage outside of their turn. Okay, it have to be take action outside of their turn. So let's say I do some damage here, and then I do some damage again. Apply all the buff. You can see only two of them get the T break buff because she's not a stealth Esper. And then if I do damage, so let's say I cast my S3 here, I kill this guy. But because this action is considered my own active turn, right? I cast the skill by myself, so YORANA did not trigger any pursuit attack at all. Then if you pair with Iki, right, then YORANA will go to Iki there to support Iki. Right, let's see. She will go to Iki position. Support. Alright. Then after you take some action, alright, let's say I heal up and then I do some damage here. After they take action, right, you see they are taking damage, but she won't assist. But now after Iki trigger with the 4 stack, then she will do an assist damage, right? S1, 8 stack, do an action here, reduce, and then she will assist by herself. So you have the Esper to be outside of their turn to doing action to actually get the benefit. Okay, so this is basically how YORANA works at R0. Nothing too special or nothing too much, but so on paper at R0, right, you can actually just pair like Ryota, because Ryota here is actually able to get benefit from the Stealth Esper, because if you have 4 Stealth Esper, Ryota is going to get a maximum of damage reduction by 80%, so it's actually a lot more tankier. And you can actually do something like this. You can just put in full Stealth Esper. So let's say I'm going to put in a Tetsuya here, and let's say I'm going to put in Intisa here. They have stealth, right? So I can put something like this. Alright, then the last slot here I can put like Meta Ira, because Meta Ira as Secondo effect, you can actually block 50 hit of a damage. See, you can immune to 50 hit. So if you put her like this, right, then they're actually forced to only target Meta Ira. Then your Meta Ira will nullify all damage, right? Look at this. So all Esper here will become stealth other than Meta Ira. Okay, 4 stealth Esper, and then Meta Ira here, and then Meta Ira is able to block 50 damage. So let's say I do something like this, and then they only are forced to hit Meta Ira. and then your Stealth Esper here will safely doing the DPS on them. It's actually a fun combination if you are able to make a stealth team like this, because they are forced to only hit Meta Ira. Right, see, everyone can only hit Meta Ira unless your Stealth Esper runs out of stealth. Okay, so there's a few combinations for YORANA. In her kit looks very interesting, and I really like her kit as well. And R6 here will be the best teammate with Iki. I'll make another showcase for that. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to comment down what you guys think about it, and see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Special thanks for the direct support on the YouTube membership. So for the benefactor of Artiar, which is Trencan, thank you so much for your support. And for the supporter or patron of Artiar, which is Louis Schneider, Agni, Wang Tamer, Ziggy, Kamaruki, Sunwaltz, Rimu, Chani, Antonio Winterspoon, First Law, D&D, thank you so much for your support. And special thanks to the Super Thanks MVP, HMZ Riggs, thank you so much for your support. Special thanks for the direct support on the live stream super chat for the latest 10. Thank you so much for Code Wardeners, Calamity, Agni, Love Fatima, Fatima Little Underwear, Bloods, Riku Fred, Chani. Thank you so much for your support.